when the chaser becomes the chased, we all have dreams, we all have visions, we all have things that we are vying for, things that we are trying to reach for, to grab, things that are in our future that we are working on every single day to make sure we achieve those visions, those dreams. Everyone have defined success for them. And you want that success story. So every day you wake up, you grind, you keep chasing for your goals. So today my target was just, solo ride. Let me do, just a lap of 20 kilometers going and 20 kilometers coming back. So I did my first 20 kilometers and I took a rest. So whilst I was resting, a group of 2 riders were going the direction that I was going to go, the other lap to complete my 20 kilometers. So they went ahead of me. I think they had 10-15 minutes head start. And I developed this new goal to chase. And it became an analogy of life, that there are people who have gone ahead of you. Maybe you were banking school. Maybe you're just a slow learner. There are a lot of things that can happen in life that slows us down, or, we get distracted. And years later, you notice your friends have achieved so much. People you looked up to, they are way ahead in life, and it seems as if you are left behind. But the thing is, if then that thing begin to push you in the correct direction, you begin the chase. So there I was on my bike. I started chasing that group. I started pushing myself beyond my comfort zone to make sure I catch up. It was not an easy task. It took me around 15 kilometers to catch up to them. And the only reason I caught up to them is that they rested to take a breather. But still, I caught up to them, which is the thing in life. Those people who have excelled, at some point, they will think, because we have reached the pinnacle, maybe let's rest a little bit. And because you are chasing, you have the energy, you have the drive to keep on going, come up with new market ideas, come up with something that becomes a game changer to reaching that pinnacle, to arrive at your goals that you're chasing. So back to my story, I kept chasing and I did the best I can. On the hills, I would push myself a little bit more than. Along the way, there are things that are going to distract you. There are barriers that you're going to experience. At one point, there's a toll gate. I have to slow down and maneuver. At another point, there's a road, there are robots. I have to slow down and maneuver. But I'm on the chase. And what would give me the energy to keep chasing was the flickering lights. Every time they are on a hill, the bike slows down. You're exerting more energy, more power. And in those spaces, I was pushing myself a little bit more than my comfort zone. And I could see the gap closing as I continue doing my things, as I continue working hard, as I continue pushing forward. But because it also took very long, because 15 kilometers is a long time, I almost gave up. But because I had this thing that I was chasing, that was nagging me, I kept going, I kept pushing, I kept giving myself the pressure. I thought there's a distance that I'd pegged that I would maybe around 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers, I would have caught up to them. But oh boy, I miscalculated the goal, right? So through all these obstacles that I came across that tried to slow me down, I had to find a way to pivot, to make sure I continue chasing the group. So there's a bit of a hill. I think that is after Harare Drive along 2nd Street Extension, for those who know the area. Yeah, it began to catch up with them because the hill is a bit steep. It keeps going like. Then in that space, I told myself I was born for this. I'm going to give my best I can right now. So I pushed, and I would see that gap closing in, that gap closing in, that gap closing me, because those lights were just like flashing. I did not give up the chase. And eventually, when they slowed down and stopped for a bit, I caught up to them. But the fact is, you are chasing something in your life. You have a big goal, you have a big vision. Become someone who chases it all the way to the finish line. Sometimes, yes, we want to give up. Sometimes we want to let go of that thing. But we have to keep pushing. We don't want our dreams to haunt us. That's why when I say, when the chaser becomes the chased, imagine your dreams start chasing you because you did not do what you were supposed to do. You did not chase them. You did not follow through with that phone call. You did not give your exact enough power and effort to get that thing done. So there's this story that I just want to pivot to for a bit. A group of soldiers sailed to an island, and they wanted to seize that island. They wanted to take over at any cost, at any means necessary. That was the goal. So the leader of the group, the commander, when they arrived at the island, the commander said, "Burn the ships." So all the men got out of their boats in their numbers and burned down the ships. Because going back was not an option. The only way was forward. Either we die right here, right now, or we conquer, become owners of this new home for us. Are you someone who chases, then sometimes your dreams begins to chase you because at some point in the journey, you thought you are not good enough. You are not capable enough. It's important to keep chasing your dreams. It's important to keep going for the things that you want to see in life. It doesn't matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take you to arrive at that destination. It's upon you to burn the ships. It's upon you to shut off other relationships that are not going to help you to move forward. It can be a lonely journey. In that cycling, I was alone. But in that moment, the goal changed to be soloing and to want to be part of a group. And I caught up with them. I chased and I achieved the goal. It was so beautiful, exhilarating, exciting, and it keeps pushing me to continue to want to raise the bar. You know, there's a group of people that I cycle with. These guys are fast riders. So I've set myself up that for the next couple of months, I want to improve on the speed. The goal was health. I've achieved my health. I'm in good health. I'm in good shape. This has become my lifestyle. But I want to continue becoming better and better. Because goals always changes. Because you're searching something, you're chasing something new. Once you have become part of that group, they should start chasing you. if you continue leading the way. I remember there's this one guy when we started a couple of years back. Because of consistency, he was always chasing me. He was always behind. And at one point, he would give an excuse. But somewhere along the journey, because he kept working hard, that group, I became a weaker link and he became a stronger link. Now I'm busy chasing him to say I want to be like him. I want to better myself. I want to improve myself. So the chaser can be the chased. And the chased can become the chaser again. So the wheel continues on in life. Sometimes you want to be chased. Sometimes you want to be the chaser. But never allow your dreams to hound you, to chase you. Because you have the same time everyone has. You don't want to see your friends who have gone before you and you give up. Let that fuel you. Someone has a degree and you did not complete yours. Let that become fuel for you to start chasing. We're always chasing something in our lives. We chase our dreams. We chase our visions. But once in a while, there's someone who goes before you, who has become a trailblazer. And you can also achieve your flowers if you continue on the journey. If you keep pushing hard. If you keep pushing yourself to become a better version. So this is a quick word that I just wanted to share with you. I hope it will inspire someone. You know, the reason why I like sports, they give you ideas, crazy ideas like this one. The goal just changes. The energy changes. The energy for me changed. It literally changed and lit me up. So find something to chase. And in some cases, become so better. You keep doing it, you become so better that others begin to chase you.